Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT. By Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hawk's Nest here at Hodgdon High School, where tonight, here on WHOU, we're about to bring you a game featuring the hometown Hodgdon Hawks as they host the Greater Holton Christian Academy. I am Tim Tweedy, joined tonight by Rob Moran. Chris Putnam is back at the station, Dan Ross working camera, and Zach Weeks on production. And Rob, we had these two teams earlier in the season, and it was actually just back on January the 10th. It was a 50-43 victory for the Eagles of GHCA, who are currently the 9th seed in Class D, and a win tonight could cement them going into the postseason.
Yeah, and they have grander designs. They'd like to get up in that 8th seed because in Class D, the top 8, you have 1 through 7 gets no prelim, and 8 and 9 is a playoff game. And of course, they'd rather be at home. It's going to be them and Washburn. Chances are they'd rather have Washburn come here than them go to Washburn for sure.
Of course, when you talk GHCA, you really mean kind of a home away from home. Is GHCA does not play on their home courts. For years, they used Umpy as their home gym, and more recently, it's been Hodgdon. But if you look at their schedule, Rob, I can't remember what the exact number is, but it might be 4 games they get to play here, and everything else, they've had a lot of double trips to the away school, or the home school.
Yeah, that's how it is. They're playing Fort Fairfield coming right up, and I think they're playing there again, and that's a big disadvantage. It makes it real tough for sure, but they've done well. I mean, they had a nice tournament run last year, and they've been to the tournament frequently.
You don't hear any complaints out of their fans. You don't hear any complaints out of their students about it. They just go out there and play. On the other side for the Hodgdon Hawks, they're 3-12. Coach Matt Oliver in his first season. And, Rob, this Hawks team, not really many other ways to say it. They are coming off a 61-52 loss to Madawaska. It was their 12th of the season. And right now they're sitting in last place in Class C. They kind of have to run the table. I think it's doable, but they can't really have any hiccups. One of those games is against the Southern Aroostook team. That game wasn't very close the first time they played, but it is mathematically possible.
Yeah, in that game, I happened to come out and watch that. That game was closer than the final score showed. They were down by maybe 4 or 6 in the fourth quarter, so it's doable. They would have to have some help. I actually spent some time looking at that with a friend of mine today who happens to be a coworker, and they have somebody on the team, and they would have to win the rest of their games, and they'd have to get some help. If they won the rest of the games, it would put them in the ballpark.
Well, we'll know a little bit more in about an hour and a half as to where these teams' playoff picture lies, as well as those of many others, as things are starting to become more clear with about 2 weeks left to go in the season. There's still 8.5 minutes left here on the Coastal Auto Parts scoreboard clock. Coastal Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts dealer, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares, with stores in Caribou, Presque Isle, Holton, and East Millinocket. They'll be our scoreboard sponsor all evening, as they have been all evening long, or all season long. But right now, we want to go ahead and take it back to the station, have a 2-minute break, hear some messages from those sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll talk a lot more about these two teams and what we've got coming up on WHOU back in 2 minutes.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
We all know that fresh new paint can quickly transform the look and feel of your home. Our trained staff can help you select the best paint and color for your mood and budget with our new Color Journeys color matching system. Best look paint and primer in one. It's easier than ever to do it yourself, and it means less time and money spent on the project. Make your personal color statement and go where the builders go for quality do-it-best paint at the best price. The S.W. Collins Company in Caribou, Presque Isle, Holton, Lincoln, and Fort Kent.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Welcome back here on WHOU as we are in the J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran here, getting ready to bring you the GHCA Eagles and the Hodgdon Hawks. And Rob, as we look out on the court here, why don't you pretty quickly go ahead and talk a little bit about this Hodgdon squad?
Sure. They're led by the freshman, Mr. Walker Oliver, one of their better players, and they're also led by the senior Josh Foster. So they're a guard-oriented team. Both those kids score a lot of points. Inside, they have Seth Tapley, Tristan Jackman, Colton Folsom plays minutes. I'm not sure who the fifth starter is now.
Colin Caron, typically, the sophomore.
Yeah.
Troy Hipsley as well. We'll see out there a lot.
He starts too. I don't think Colin's here tonight. But they're guard-oriented. They want to get up and down. They've been challenged a little bit to rebound the ball, and they've given up a lot of points in some games. And I'm not sure if that's a function of being pressed and turning it over a lot, or if it's struggling to defend the post, or what it is. But they've had some games where they've given up 80+, and hard to win high school basketball when you're giving up that many points.
Right. And then on the other side, we talked a little bit about GHCA, but when they're on, they're usually going through Parker Brewer on the interior.
Yeah, and Parker, big, strong kid, pretty darn good post moves, and typically a good finisher. Struggled out here when the first time around. He had a hard time finishing around the basket, but if he gets, I'll say it again, if he gets that many quality touches tonight that he did the first time around, he's going to do damage. He also struggled a little bit from the foul line. If I'm Hodgdon, the first thing I'm trying to do is taking away Parker Brewer, or at least not let him get great touches. Austin Winslow played great the first time around. Very talented player, just a junior. Will Austin's another kid I think is pretty darn talented, who I think he had 24 points last game. When we saw them last, Silas Graham started for them, very athletic sophomore, and I think their fifth starter was Jeremy Stone, who's a junior point guard. So, talented team. They would love to find a way to get up into 7 and not have to play a prelim at all. Certainly if you have one, you want it to be home, but if you can avoid one, then that's a good thing. And they played Fort Fairfield pretty tough, I think, the first time around. So, they're thinking, hey, we take care of business tonight, and then get a win against Wisdom, and then I think they play Fort the last night of the year.
Yeah, some big games to finish their season, and I guess that's true of Hodgdon, true of a lot of teams at this point in the season right now. Speaking of games, let's talk about what we've got here on WHOU on tap for this week's schedule, at least in the beginning part of the week, is in addition to this contest, they're about ready to bring you, if they're not underway already, the Southern Aroostook Central Aroostook girls. Game starts at 7 p.m. Southern Aroostook girls really have only been tested twice on the season, once when they went down to Shed, and then the home game against Central Aroostook. When we say tested, I think they still won that game by about, it was close to 15 points, but still that's about as tested as they've been on the season. So Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell, and crew on tap on the call for that one up there. Tomorrow night, one of those very rare nights, is it's going to be an off night here on WHOU. Probably didn't think it was going to be that way when we drew out the calendar at the beginning of the year. You assume there's going to be more snow days affecting teams. I talked to a couple ADs who said they had yet to have to reschedule anything so far this winter. So we've been fortunate. A lot of the snow has come on Sundays and Saturdays, or in the evenings. They've had a chance to get things cleaned up. Maybe schools might go in 2 hours late, but they still had school, so just no rescheduling.
Certainly wasn't that way last winter.
No, it hasn't been that way a few different winters. Yeah, no, it's been great in that way. So we're off tomorrow night. Expected to use that as a night to do some fillers, but not the case. Wednesday, it's going to be Central Aroostook and Fort Kent boys. Should be a huge game in Class C. Both of those are two of the top teams. We saw Fort Kent down to Southern Aroostook the other day. Central Aroostook currently the top seed. That's a 7 p.m. start. And then on Thursday, it's going to be the Penobscot Valley boys at Mattanocook. That game kicks off at 6:30. We're going to take one last break here as we are going to wrap up the J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show and get ready to bring you the starting lineups when we come back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Welcome back to the J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show here on WHOU. Getting ready for a Hodgdon GHCA. Two teams that use this as their home court. Of course, it is at Hodgdon High School, but GHCA plays some of their home games, the few that they get to have right here on this court. And probably a really nice crowd on hand tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Almost all the sections are filled in, really.
Yeah, really, there's a few folks up here on the stage, not as many as we've seen in the past and some of the, the heyday type days, but it's as good of a crowd as we've seen out here the last few years for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
In moments, we'll be taking you down to Mr. Brian Fitzpatrick, where we will have the starting lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. The Credit Union is a community-based financial institution with nearly 20,000 members, with branches conveniently located in Caribou, Presque Isle, Fort Fairfield, Holton, and a soon-to-be-open location in Marcel. The County Federal Credit Union has the coverage to meet all of your financial needs. Visit one of their local branches to see why membership makes a difference. We'll take it down to Mr. Brian Fitzpatrick.
The Greater Holton Christian Academy and the Hodgdon Hawks. Our next and final home game will be next Tuesday, February 4th, when our boys and girls will host Ashland. This is also senior night at Hodgdon, so try to come on out and root on our seniors. Game times are at 5:30 and 7 o'clock. The officials for this evening's contest are Mr. Girardin, Mr. Porter, and Mr. Rodriguez. Now folks, please notice our officials are using a pink whistle rather than the standard black whistle. This color represents the cause of fighting cancer. Cancer touches many of us, and our officials are promoting the need for all of us to continue to raise funds for this very worthy cause. This week, officials throughout Maine are donating a portion of their game fees to support this cause. Please consider doing likewise. So thank you, Mr. Girardin, Mr. Porter, Mr. Rodriguez, and all the officials for their generosity. And now the starting lineups. First for the visiting Eagles, a junior number 1, Austin Winslow. Senior number 2, Will Austin. Stone. Sophomore number 40, Silas Brown. And senior number 44, Parker Brewer. And then signing up for your Hodgdon Hawks. Senior number 1, Kristen Jackman. Sophomore number 11, Troy Gibson. Senior number 14, Josh Foster. A senior number 15, Seth Tapley. And a freshman number 32, Walker Oliver. Leaders are coached by Matt Day. The Hawks are coached by Mr. Matt Oliver, and he's assisted by Mr. Dan Nickerson. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. As the Hodgdon Middle High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Scott Walker, and with Judy Howard on trumpet, plays our national anthem. So we are ready to get this ball game underway after that nice anthem by the Hodgdon Community and School Band. Once again, the starting lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. It's going to be Austin Winslow, Will Austin, Jeremy Stone, Silas Graham, and Parker Brewer coming out for the Eagles. For Hodgdon, it's going to be Tristan Jackman, Troy Hipsley, Josh Foster, Seth Tapley, and Walker Oliver. Hodgdon will be coming out in their home whites with the blue trim. GHCA wearing green with white piping. And your officials for tonight's ball game will be Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Girardin, and Mr. Porter. We'll say once again, Rob, a nice crowd on hand.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Academy always supports their fans well. This is kind of a rivalry game. It has been over the years.
Yeah. Parker Brewer is going to step in the center circle for GHCA. It's going to be Tristan Jackman here for Hodgdon. Mr. Rodriguez getting ready to step in the center circle. As you heard Mr. Brian Fitzpatrick say, the officials wearing pink whistles, as they've done so now for several years, and a great cause. And the tip is going to be controlled by Hodgdon. Here's Jackman. A little step through, kicked it out. Hipsley lined one up from downtown. He buried it. 3-0 Hawks.
Nice pass and good kick out. Nice shot by Hipsley. Great start for Hodgdon.
Penetration and kick. We've got Austin now with it for the Eagles. He's in the corner. He's going to line one up from beyond the arc. His shot in and out. Brewer working the offensive boards. He put back up and in.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That one, they had it blocked out, but he's got such a good size advantage. He just got the rebound over him anyway.
Oliver with an off-balance shot for Hodgdon, left it short.
A tough one there, fading away.
Here is Stone. He's going to call out the play here for the Eagles. Guarded by Hipsley right at midcourt. Dishes. Finds Austin. Winslow shot no good. A contested three. Rebound brought away by Josh Foster.
Yeah, athletic rebound there. I didn't think he was going to get to that before it went out of bounds.
Foster with the change of speeds. Gets near the hoop and has his path cut off, so he kicks it out. Here's Oliver, another off-balance shot. This time he gets the shot to go. It's make that 5-2 now, Hodgdon.
He's pretty nifty at that little runner.
Winslow now finds Stone again. Stone out top, waiting for a screen, which he'll receive from Brewer. Inside they go. See the sophomore Graham. He's going to pass the ball out top. Stone able to keep possession for his team. Is nearly a midcourt or backcourt violation. Shot's going to be put up. No good as Will Austin couldn't get the baseline jumper to fall.
Yep, open. Just overshot it just a bit.
Dapley with the toe on the line. Misses the long two. Rebound taken away. Austin Winslow looks to push. Jeremy Stone puts the ball out now over his head. Going to go in the short corner. Dump down. Brewer. GHCA doing a good job moving the basketball. Austin shot up, no good, and Jackman with the board. And now a traveling violation going to be whistled against Foster.
Such a tough shot there. Down below the backboard in the corner. I mean, you can get that. They're pretty much daring them to shoot the three.
5:41 remaining here in the first quarter. 5-3. Hodgdon with, or 5-2, I should say. Hodgdon with the lead over at GHCA. In the corner again, it's going to be Austin with a three. That one's going to be left short. Tapley with the board.
Good outlet pass by Foster.
Two-handed chest pass found Hipsley, who just could not get the bunny to go from the left side.
Tough break there. You got to make those.
Winslow looks to push. In underneath, found Austin. Austin shot no good.
Good pass by Austin Winslow.
Foster pulls up for Hodgdon. His shot no good. Rebound again cleared by Brewer, and then a foul's going to be called against the Hawks.
Yeah, not a terrible foul, though. It's against Tristan Jackman. Gives them a chance to set up their press. They want to turn this into a track meet. They're going to want to press. And GHCA last time was able to get enough layups against their pressure. They turned it over some, but they got us some layups, too. Almost a turnover right there.
Here is Stone. Jeremy kicks it out now. Austin back to Stone.
Yeah, they're not even looking in the post from Parker Brewer. I'm not sure why that is, but
a runner, a little bit off balance by Winslow. Back go Hodgdon. Oliver, tough shot, fading away. Offensive board though by Jackman. Rob, we really haven't seen many offensive sets. It's kind of, I'm going to dribble down and fire up a shot so far here in the first 3.5 minutes. That's for both teams.
Yep, absolutely.
Jackman taking it to the hole without a plan, and he's going to travel. But that will give a chance for Hodgdon to set up their press.
Yeah.
Looks like a 1-2-2. Steal by Hipsley to Foster in underneath, and he's going to be fouled. They drew a crowd in order to prevent the layup. I'm not sure if it could be Austin, could be Winslow, could be Stone.
Yeah, not a bad foul, though. You don't hate it. Looks like Hodgson's going to, or GHCA getting a timeout.
Coach Day wants to talk things over. 4:25 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 5-2 Hodgdon. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
Welcome back here on WHOU. 4:25 remaining in the first quarter. It's 5-2. Hodgdon with the lead. Josh Foster at the free throw line with 2 free throws coming his way. Foster makes the first free throw.
You'd be happy with this start if you're Hodgson. GHCA's has not done a lot of damage on the glass, and Hodge has been able to limit Parker Brewer's touches.
Second free throw up and in as well, so make it 7-2 now, Hawks. Pass comes in. They're going to triple team Winslow. Gets the ball up ahead. Austin's going to take it, and the blocking foul will be called on Tapley.
Yep, good call. Good call. Like to see the and one on that one.
So that's just the first team foul against the Hawks. That will give us time, though, for the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help with 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location just opened yesterday in Bangor. You can today. You can visit countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. Austin with an empty trip to the line as he missed both free throws. Rob, everybody healthy here for both of these ball clubs as Foster is going to take steps. That'll turn the ball over and give it back to the Eagles.
Yeah, that's the Euro step that was too many steps on that one.
Austin having a hard time getting the ball in. Finally he will. He'll find Winslow, the lefty, going to take it and going to have a player control foul.
Yeah, all day long. Good job by Seth Tapley. He's there.
He had time to line that up. You know it's coming, Rob. You just got to brace yourself for it.
Well, and if you're the offensive player, you got to know. He just tried to take a charge a second ago. You got to know that's coming. You got to jump stop, maybe hit the trailer. Parker Brewer is wide open trailing.
Hipsley nearly losing at midcourt. Good defense played, and then let's see what the official calls. They want to talk about whether or not this is a backcourt. It's going to be GHCA ball. I think he said it's inadvertent, and Winslow had it in possession. So.
Yep, inadvertent whistle. Good job by the official owning it, not making something up.
Right. Well, it's one of those plays right there at midcourt. Austin's going to fire one up from the corner. This time he gets a 3 to go. Gets
big one.
Back to within 2.
He had a little more time on that one than the previous ones.
3:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Foster out to Jackman. Offside beyond the arc. Hipsley now goes back inside Jackman. Good plays. Jackman had the shot he wanted, just couldn't get it to fall.
Good move. Like you said, he couldn't finish.
Here's Stone. In the corner again, Austin. Back out top, Graham. We're going to see Joel Carmichael check in at the next chance he gets. Graham, baseline jumper from the left side. No good. Rebound taken away by Jackman. Outlet pass finds Tapley. Tapley's baseline jumper is up and in. Hawks lead by 4.
Yep, got a little 10-foot baseline jumper. Nice outlet by Josh Foster there.
Down to 2:45 remaining here in this first quarter. Jeremy Stone kicks it out. Austin again lines it up from the same spot. That time no good, and Jackman is going to be whistled for the over-the-back foul.
That's going to be 2 on him, I believe. Maybe not.
It's what our friend Terry Sperling might have wanted to disagree with. I remember him used to say several times, he said it's not, how do you say that? It's not over the back. It's on the back is what they need to call. And that was a case where Jackman was pretty close to just being taller than the other player.
Right. It was close for sure.
Official was in good position. Brewer in the post, lays it up and in.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you don't give them a steady diet of that right there, right? I mean, if he gets it, it's 2 points unless he misses a layup.
Score is 9-7 with 2:15 remaining in the first quarter. The Hawks with a 2-point advantage. Josh Foster pulls up from just inside the free throw line. He makes a little 10-foot jumper.
Tough shot. Good help by Silas Graham. He still made the shot.
The Hawks with all kinds of pressure here. Austin's able to dribble through the press, though, and fire a pass over to Graham, who wasn't able to catch it, but the Eagles still have it. Carmichael.
So there's a nice diagonal pass. You want to see Parker Brewer turn around and shoot that there.
Stone misses a shot, but then able to steal the basketball. Stone needs help as he picked up his dribble, found Graham, and a player control foul will be called. Good job by Josh Foster standing in to take the contact.
Yeah, Josh Foster is not afraid of contact. He tries to draw charges 4 or 5 times a game.
No, he's a rugged kid for sure.
Again, got to have awareness. You got to know that he's going to do that.
Here's Oliver. Out. Tapley. Hipsley fortunate to come up with that pass. Now he's going to drive. Acrobatic take by Troy Hipsley. Make it 13-7 now, Hodgdon.
Beautiful take by Troy Hipsley. Looked a little bit like his dad on that one. Brought back some memories.
Now foul's going to be called in the backcourt.
Be on Foster or Hipsley. I'm not sure which one. Yep, Hipsley. Just his first.
So Will Austin will look to inbound. Long pass up to Carmichael. Able to break through the pressure. Carmichael is going to take it himself, lay it up and in.
Tough shot.
Tapley tried to take the charge that time.
Yeah.
A minute remains here in the first quarter. Jackman with it. Receives a screen from Tapley. Puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound. Taken away by Austin.
Yep, strong rebound that time by Will Austin.
Will finds Stone. Puts the ball on the floor. Kicks it down. Brewer out to Graham. Austin's going to put up a three. No good. Rebound taken away by Oliver. He's going to look to push. Oliver, pull-up shot, blocked. Graham has it.
Good D by Will Austin there.
Down to 25 seconds. It's Jeremy Stone to Graham. Down to 15 seconds. As Carmichael has it. In the corner they go. Stone, left side. Back to Carmichael. GHCA is going to hold for the last shot of the quarter.
Spacing's not very good right now for GHCA.
Graham's going to put up a long jumper and bury it from downtown. And that is the way the first quarter is going to end. A very fast-paced first quarter. And we got a single-digit game. It's 13 for Hodgdon, 12 for GHCA. We'll be back in a minute here on WHOU.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. Sorry. You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Welcome back here on WHOU as we're about ready to begin the second quarter. GHCA with the basketball. They trail by a single point.
Good finish of the quarter there by GHCA.
Shot's going to be put up and in as Silas Graham buries a three. GHCA has the lead.
Nice, confident shot by Silas. He's very athletic. He starts shooting the ball, he's going to be a load.
Tapley's jump shot from the left side won't go. Rebound taken away by the Eagles. Austin goes up with it. Can't get the shot to go. Jackman with yet another board.
Tough shot again.
Hipsley getting out in front of the pack. Up faked. Couldn't get himself free enough though. As Winslow able to get back and play defense. Into the game is Drew Duttweiler. Works the ball up top now. Winslow steps into a three and he buries it. Just like that, the Eagles have an 18-13 lead.
Yep, raining threes all of a sudden. That's three in the last three trips for them.
It's going to be a foul as Oliver went to start his drive. Either Duttweiler or Brewer.
Yep.
And you're correct. Each team now with 14 fouls here. Still in the first half. 6:56 remaining in the first half.
Shows how much trust Matt Day has putting Duttweiler in the game, guarding Walker Oliver. What's a nice move there by Tristan Jackman.
Just could not finish. A shot just a little bit strong. The Eagles leading by 5. Winslow finds Graham in the corner to Duttweiler. Now Brewer with a post touch. Turnaround shot. Money.
I like how Duttweiler, he knows, throw it in the post. The guy's on his back, give him the ball.
20-13 now is the score as the Eagles continue their run. They're on an 8-0 run. Winslow has the ball tipped from behind by Hipsley. Oliver comes up with it. Oliver. Hipsley somehow able to come up the pass, and he's going to be blocked. And his ball is tipped out of bounds. It's going to remain with the Hawks.
Good D by Silas Graham there. Silas Graham got long arms.
Stone is going to come into the game for Duttweiler. Jackman again starts his drive, finds Tapley. Foul line extended. He used the bank, kissed it in off the glass.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that, but it counts the same.
20-15 is the score. Brewer getting out in front of the pack. The big guy, and one, as Tapley tried to take a charge. He got there just a tad late, and Parker Brewer's got a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, nice pass by Austin Winslow. Bounce pass, one-handed bounce pass. Hit Parker Brewer right in stride. Parker went up and finished.
So you're a pretty average-sized guy, but when you were a kid, were you one of the big kids? Because I was always one of the little guys, and I tried to reward the big guys. If you saw a kid like Parker getting out in the lanes, you had to give him the ball, whether they're open or not. Because the next time, they're not going to run.
No, exactly.
Got to reward the big fellas. It's 22-15.
GHCA a little confused on defense.
Hipsley can't get the shot to fall. Brewer with the board.
Good contest by Will Austin.
Here is Austin. Pull-up jumper, buried it. Good-looking stroke there for Will. GHCA's built up their largest lead of the game. It's 24-15. Oliver dribbles. Fires up a shot from just inside the arc. He leaves it short. Rebound taken away by Stone.
Yeah, maybe a little more patience there. Nice place by Jeremy Stone.
Did everything but laid up and in.
I love the ball fake, though. Nice little ball fake.
Foster fires up a quick shot. That three won't go.
That was from the Hawks' head almost.
Remains a 9-point game. We're now under 5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Situation, you got the momentum from GHCA. You want to get good shot every time down. And got good defense there. Austin Winslow catches it on the wing, gets all the way to the cup. Nobody helped.
He was able to split two defenders. It's now an 11-point lead. And now a turnover for Hodgdon, and Coach Matt Oliver wants to take a timeout. With 4:37 remaining here in the first half, the Eagles of GHCA have built up an 11-point lead. We'll be back in a minute on WHOU.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Welcome back here on WHOU with 4:37 remaining in the first half. It's 26-15. GHCA with the 11-point lead and the basketball. Jeremy Stone surveys the court. Finds Austin. Picks up his dribble, goes inside Brewer. He's got a one-on-one matchup. Elevates over Foster. Can't get the shot to go. Stone works the boards. He can't get the shot to go. Now Brewer's going to have it stolen away by Hipsley. He's going to turn on the Jets. The little guy takes it very straight to the hoop. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound taken away by the Eagles.
Couldn't finish. Good move, but got to finish.
Stone in the lane. You could hear the contact. Couldn't get the shot to go, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Like the strong take to the hoop there, though, by Jeremy Stone. Right up strong, didn't shoot a floater. You could hear that. Hear the slap from here.
That was a good one. Tapley got his money's worth. 16 fouls against Hodgdon. Jeremy Stone at the free throw line. Leaves the first free throw short. The only thing GHCA has not done well here so far is shoot free throws.
Yeah, they're 0 for 4 from the line.
Stone gets the ball from the official. Second free throw. It's off the mark as well. Brewer fighting for the offensive board, and Foster goes to the floor. The senior just couldn't come up with it as he trickled out over the baseline.
That's a good job by Parker Brewer, though.
Graham comes back into the game. Brewer is going to get a rest for the Eagles. Into the game for Hodgdon is going to be TJ Fitzpatrick, sporting the number 22 jersey, and Josh Kaler, the senior, coming in wearing number 3. So they're going to clean up a little bit of residue of some sort, probably water, over along the sideline. So that'll take just a moment. It's going to be Will Austin now. He's ready to put the ball in play. He inbounds it. Finds Will Austin. Or Austin Winslow, I should say. Out of Graham. That can be confusing when you have a Will Austin and an Austin Winslow.
Yep.
Stone.
Yeah.
Carmichael now.
Some flex offense there. It worked. Flex cut. Little catch in the middle of the paint. And
Winslow knows what to do with it.
Yeah.
I think at 28-15 now, 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Jackman in underneath. Foster lays it up and in with the left hand on a little curl.
Nice move there by Josh Foster. Good use of the left hand. It's his first bucket of the game.
Graham. Shot's going to be put up as Winslow's 3 is off the mark. Rebound taken away. Here's Foster racing back the other direction. As he changed paces, a little hesitation. He got to the hoop, could not get the shot to go, but he was fouled.
Super athletic. Went right by 2 defenders. The help was there. Couldn't get the and one, but going to get 2 out of it.
Great change of speeds.
Yeah, down here, I don't think Coach Day was too happy with the shot they took down here. A contested 3. And get that anytime.
Austin Winslow picked up his second personal foul as Josh Foster makes the first free throw. Gets the team back to within 10.
This is the big one here because if he makes it, they can set up their press.
Foster's second free throw is left short. Rebound, fought for, and the Hawks are going to have it. As we see, Brewer did not have very long of a rest on the bench. He'll come back into the game. Austin Winslow will have a seat. Jackman receives the inbound pass. Kicks it out. Oliver, high screen. Going to take it himself, left-handed, put up off the glass and in.
And not great help defense that time, and Walker Oliver made him pay.
Find Parker Brewer. Good job getting back by Fitzpatrick, able to break up the play. Otherwise, it would have been Carmichael all by himself for a wide-open layup.
Yep, nice play. Saved a layup.
Here is Carmichael. He's got Brewer in isolation in the post. Brewer catches the ball, turns around, puts it up and in.
Simple as that, Tim. Simple as that. Simple basketball. Throw it into the post. The guy's on your back. Give him the ball.
It's like
he's going to turn around and score.
2v2. Played as a kid in your dooryard.
Tough to stop that when you're giving up, 4 or 5 inches. Yep, that's a good call down there. Good take. Good take by Josh Foster. It's going to be a foul on Parker Brewer.
For Parker, that blocking foul is going to be this team 6. With 2:11 now remaining here in the first half. Just the first for Parker. Josh Foster going to the line. He has a chance to get this lead under 10 where it currently stands. We'll remind you, coming up, we're going to have the Katahdin Trust Company halftime report. I'll be speaking to one of the educators in this area, Heather Quimby, who is a Hodgdon native. She's out here taking in the game. She's teaching JMG at Holton High School. And tonight here at Hodgdon, there's going to be a little program that they have sponsored by their local JMG, Jason Little. We spoke to him earlier this year, Rob. You had him at halftime, and he got to talk a little bit about the program. Heather will do the same here momentarily. As Foster is able to make the second free throw. That gets it back down to single digits. It's 21-30, and the ball is loose along the sidelines, and Coach Oliver, seeing that things are a little bit disheveled, decided to call a timeout and talk to his team. With 2:05 remaining here in the first half, we'll take a minute break and be back on WHOU.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state, and Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Welcome back here on WHOU with 2:05 remaining in the first half. The score is 30-21. Hodgdon trailing GHCA by 9. After a timeout by Coach Oliver, the Hawks will have the ball down on their own offensive end, but in the corner. And it's going to result in a turnover. Perhaps one too many passes, Rob.
Yeah, hot one. Tough catch there.
Colton Folsom checked into the game here for the Hawks.
Here comes some pressure, though.
Josh Foster bats the inbound pass.
They've done a reasonably good job of forcing a few turnovers, and they haven't given up a lot of layups with their press.
Graham able to get the ball over midcourt. He has it over along the right side. Out top now Stone, who calls out the play.
Looks like Hodgson's gone zone here.
Brewer, a pass just a little too hot to handle. A steal here for the Hawks. Foster. And a blocking foul is going to be called, as that was Austin Winslow.
Yeah, that's 3 on him. That was a big call there.
I got to be honest, I might have saw that one the other way, but Winslow went down probably a little too emphatically for what contact was there.
You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing. Absolutely.
The official said, I'm sorry, didn't fool me.
Yep, absolutely. Because I do think he was there. It was close.
We saw, and I said this the other day when we did a game, when it happened for the second time in games I know I've broadcast. I think you said you were only there for one of those. 2 flops that resulted in technicals this year.
We don't see that much.
And I don't recall that in the other 9 years I've been broadcasting.
And honestly, the one we saw the other day I thought was a good call. The one that I was at I thought was a good call.
I agree. Foster made the first free throw. His second free throw is up and good as well. So it's 30-23 now. The Hawks back to within 7. The lead was as much as 13 for GHCA. Brewer, cross-court pass, finds Carmichael. Is going to take it right straight to the rack and lay it up and in. Folsom tried to get back. Good take, though, by Carmichael.
Yeah, nice take by Joel Carmichael. Folsom tried to get back. Nothing wrong with that. You end up giving the in-1, but contested the shot. That was a nice pass by Parker Brewer.
What I liked about it, he knew that they were going to come in for a block. He could see he was getting sized up. He said, I'm going to take it to the rack anyway.
Yep.
He's not afraid of being blocked.
Yeah, he's giving them good minutes tonight off the bench. 5 points for him.
And he made the free throw, pushes it back up to a double-digit lead. It's 33-23. Foster is going to line one up from downtown. That shot no good. Offensive board taken in by Kaler. His putback won't go. And as they wrestle for the offensive rebound, it's going to be, well, I don't know. I thought they said green and
Me
pointed
too.
in the other direction, but
Yep, they definitely
the official
did.
changed
but
his
they
mind, I
changed it.
guess.
Yeah, I think it was the right call, though. I thought it was off green.
Stone is going to foul Oliver, who's going to take a tough shot. Stone got into him with the chest, so that'll result in Walker Oliver walking to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. He kind of got bailed out on that one, no doubt about it.
Minute 12 left on the clock here in the first half. Oliver buries the first free throw.
Such a good shooter, Walker Oliver. You don't want to put him on the foul line. He's going to knock down. I mean, my guess is he's up to 80 or 90%, somewhere in the at least 80.
Just went 2 for 2. Makes it 33-25. And now a reaching foul going to be called by Josh Kaler. That is not a good foul, as they're going to walk 3/4 of the court all the way up. It's one-on-one opportunity. Each team now has committed 18 fouls in the first half.
Well, it ends up being a good foul if he misses a one-on-one, right?
I suppose.
They have had their struggles from the foul line tonight. They're 1 out of 7 so far.
And it did work out, at least momentarily. The offensive rebound was collected by Brewer. So now Brewer's going to be fouled, so GHCA will have another chance here to try to capitalize. But again, it's going to be 1-1 as Brewer was getting ready to get into the shooting motion, but had not quite squared up yet. So Parker Brewer at the line for a 1-1.
Can't swipe that arm down when you're going for a steal. When you bring that arm down, that's usually going to get a whistle.
Josh Foster picked up the foul, just his first, as Parker Brewer makes the free throw. Parker receives the basketball. Looks at the hoop, puts it up, makes a pair.
Parker's had a big first half, 12 points. Hasn't had a ton of touches.
Minimal touches. I was just going to say the same thing. 35-25. High efficiency, Rob.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, I like him in the post. I like that option. Looks like Hodgdon might be going one shot here, even though they're down 10.
40
Possibly,
seconds
or maybe
left
not.
here in the first half. With it, Oliver. Way out top. Down to 30 seconds. Oliver picks up his dribble, finds Kaler. Shot's going to be fired up by Fitzpatrick, who lines up a three, and it's going to hit the top of the backboard and some of the support structure and go out of bounds. So GHCA will get the ball back. 20.1 seconds left here on the clock in the first half.
Yeah, not a bad shot there. Still make it. It's a good shot.
The Eagles able to break pressure as Graham has it. Zips it in underneath. Unselfish pass. Parker Brewer found a wide open Will Austin.
Great pass by Parker Brewer.
5 seconds left here on the clock. Josh Foster kicks it out. Shot's going to be put up. And able to drain it. That was Colton Folsom with the buzzer beater. See if that maybe will give his team the spark they need as they head into the locker room. Trailing the Eagles by 9. The score 37-28. GHCA with a 9-point lead. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the station for a 3-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to have the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. There's going to be a special program again here for JMG. And we're going to be speaking to a JMG educator from Holton when we come back in 3 minutes on WHOU.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need. Pioneer Broadband.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. Whether you're working hard in the woods or digging in the dirt, Nortrax has the new and used heavy equipment you need. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support, plus around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our service technicians, parts specialists, and product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do?
Giving seals!
That's all you did?
Yes!
There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
MMG Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school basketball. Founded in 1897 and based in Presque Isle, MMG has independent insurance agents across Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. MMG has recently received a national award in innovation, was recognized as the Maine Company of the Year by the Maine Insurance Agents Association, and again named among the best places to work in Maine. Find out more about MMG by visiting our website, mmgins.com. MMG Insurance, protecting your piece of the world.
So Jobs for Maine graduates, it's a program that helps students think about what they want to do after high school, whether it be career readiness, whether it be college, workforce, whatever it is. We help prepare students for real life after school.
Why do you think that's so important today in particular? I mean, I think that there's
definitely
re-engage push for the trades.
No, absolutely, yeah. We work on things like interviewing skills, resume writing, cover letter writing, even things like team building skills, community service, civic awareness, social awareness, stuff like that.
So I already know the answer to this because I get to see you and doing your job and the great job that you do. But how is the first year going? I remember my first year as an educator and just going home absolutely exhausted. Now I just go home like really tired, but I used to be exhausted. So
yeah, I get that. Yeah, no, it's going really well. We have a really good admin at Holton, so that helps.
I appreciate that. But as far as working with the kids, because this isn't just your first year in Holton. This is your first year in education.
Correct, yeah.
You'd come from a related field, but first time with students in the classroom. So what was that change like for you, that shift?
It was a huge change, but I love it. I love my students. I love building relationships with students and building that rapport and really just having fun in the classroom and still being able to learn stuff and have fun.
And I would say you've done it quite seamlessly.
Thank you.
JMG sponsors all kinds of different events throughout the school year and really all year round. And one of those events is something exciting you have coming up, which is the CDC. So what is that?
Yes, that's the Career Development Conference, and that's at Thomas College. It's an overnight trip. We take 12 students, and we compete against other schools across the state on things like public speaking, resume writing, interviewing skills. We do some STEM challenges, stuff like that.
Yeah, then you take kids to... I know you took some kids to a job fair, or was it a career fair down somewhere earlier this year, and that sort of thing. And the kids can go down and compete in events and win trophies on behalf of their school and that sort of thing as well. Pretty neat. I'll let you off with this last question. You are a Hodgdon graduate, but you're teaching in the Holton school system. Just overall, though, the impression of, I tell people all the time, it's kind of one giant community. So I've seen you at the Holton games. I see you at the Hodgdon games. That's not tough, right?
No, not at all. It was a little weird trading in the blue and white for the black and white, but like you said, it's one big community and it's been amazing.
I was just on the other side of that. I grew up in Mars Hill, so I was blue and white as well, but I wear black and white now. My kids and my wife, all Holton students or graduates, and pretty neat to see. Well, Heather Quimby, keep it going. Great job in your first year. You made it midway through as of last week, so you survived the first half of your first year, so I did say you're doing pretty good, and good luck at CDC later on.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, we'll take another 2-minute break and bring it back here on WHOU.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
For drivers from Patton to Bangor and everywhere in between, buying from Thornton Brothers is a rewarding experience.
At Affordable Plumbing, we buy all our vans through Thornton Brothers. Not only do they have excellent customer service, but I'm treated like family when I walk through the door.
Get a fresh start with great deals on select new 2019 and 2020 Ram trucks and vans during the Start Something New sales event. Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
Welcome back to the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. Is there still 6 minutes left at halftime? A nice presentation. We weren't really sure what they were going to do. We knew there was something JMG related, but that was a nice presentation from the American Legion, giving a plaque to the Hodgdon JMG for all the work that they do in the community. Of course, Jason Little is kind of notorious in this area for just the good work he does with students.
Oh, yeah. They don't come any better, more classy than Jason Little.
Call him Smiley for a reason,
yes,
right?
Well, and he's just a great person. He's just, I never hear him say a bad word about anybody. I was lucky enough to coach him in high school in 2 sports, and one of my favorite kids I ever coached, and just a really good kid, and he really tries to pay it forward with these kids. I've gone to their class a few times, and he's teaching them skills to be successful in the workforce, and not only does he do that while they're in school, but he checks up on kids, 2 and 3 years later after they've graduated, and sticks with them because he wants kids to do well, and it's really nice to see.
It's part of what that great program does, and to have 2 schools within 6 miles of each other that are able to offer that to students is certainly a wonderful thing. Rob, why don't you go ahead and wrap up some of the first half scoring?
Sure. Let's start with Hodgdon, led by Josh Foster. Only he had 10 points. Had him 2 field goals, 6 free throws for 10 points. Troy Hipsley had 5 points. Seth Tapley with 4. Walker Oliver with 6, and Colton Folsom with the big 3 right before the end of the half. And GHCA had all the momentum, and that 3 gave Hodgdon a little bit of momentum back, and big believer in momentum. For Greater Holton, they were led by Parker Brewery at 12 points. We talked about that. Very efficient 12 points. Austin Winslow had 7. Will Austin had 7. Silas Graham was 6. Joel Carmichael, nice job off the bench with 5.
So that makes it a 9-point game. It's 37-28. Just under 4 minutes remain here on the clock in this extended halftime tonight. Rob, I think we'd be remiss, as a lot of folks have come out here to watch a game that, you and I both think a lot of, the game of basketball. It's given you an awful lot of enjoyment in your lifetime as a player, as a state championship coach, as an official, as a broadcaster. I too, as a parent, my wife, a basketball Hall of Famer, getting up here with you, and we've called about 500 games over the past 9 years or so. The death of Kobe Bryant, and not just Kobe, but his daughter and 7 others yesterday, kind of shook up not just even the United States, but really kind of the world, and put things in perspective. I can tell you, we had a great day at school today, and I'm not sure if that meant that all those kids were sports fans or basketball fans, but I think a lot of people just took a deep breath yesterday and said, maybe some of the things I get so angry about, they don't really matter quite as much.
Right, absolutely.
Life is precious.
Puts things in perspective. Here today, gone tomorrow, and you just never know. So you want to, let the ones you love, let them know that you love them, and be good to people. And I know for me myself, I enjoy giving you a hard time, but you're my good friend, and the people you care about, you really want to let them know that you do, because you just never know what's going to happen. And Kobe, I hated the Lakers. I mean, I still hate the Lakers, but boy, what a player! And I always said I'd love to have him in Celtic green, and
sure,
just an icon. And what's sad about it is he had taken the next chapter in his life. He was going to make great contributions to society. He had already won an Academy Award as a producer, which is pretty darn amazing. And he was coaching his daughter's AAU team, and just
opened up a youth center.
Yeah, and great programs for the homeless. He was really into the homeless, and I never knew that about him. And I mean, for Laker fans, it's really got to be hard. And for it's just amazing. How awful it is, just awful.
The other thing for me, I think I kind of put into perspective, is that we are all flawed humans. Kobe was no exception to that. He had an event several years ago out in Colorado that brought a lot of light, and the case was eventually dismissed, but still kind of went through an infidelity thing. But at the same time, I think the positives that you can take from him is he's a person that when he decided he wanted something, he was not going to be outworked. He had a lot of God-given talent, but he put in the time. I mean, anybody who's his teammates, coaches, reporters, they all talk about his just unmatched work ethic.
Second to none, his work ethic. And he just willed himself, like you said, he had a ton of talent, but he willed himself into being an all-time great.
And that's something I think we can all apply to our lives. If there's something you want, and and if you really want it, then you can go out and try to make it possible. Now, could you and I go out there and become Kobe Bryant? No. But but there are things in life that sometimes we all end up settling for things, and but if nothing else, I think just the respect for that work ethic. When you're already one of the best all time at what you do, one of the single greatest on the planet, and you still go out there and just put in the incredible hours. Even when they said when he's playing in the Olympic team.
Yeah, he saved them on the Olympic team one year, and I've always been big time into the Olympics, and they wouldn't have won the gold medal one year if it wasn't for him. He hit some monster shots.
The year they were in Beijing. Well, back in the action here, it's going to be Hodgdon starting with the basketball. They trail by 9. Tristan Jackman looks to receive a screen, instead goes inside. Foster tries to create some space. Hipsley, not much room amongst the trees. His shot's off the mark, but Foster grabs the offensive board. His jump shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Winslow.
Yeah, it looked like that time they were trying to post Foster up, and I think Foster's pretty tough in the post. I don't think that's a bad strategy. Throw him on the block and see if he can get some high-quality post touches. And there's a great play for Parker Brewer with a nice post touch. Not able to finish, though.
The double team came over, forced him away from the hoop just a little bit. Jackman looks to start his drive, and he's going to take steps.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there.
So there remains a 9-point game, almost a minute here into the third quarter. Austin inbounds. Graham advances the ball up the right side. Winslow starts his drive, splits two defenders, lays it up and in.
Yeah, he went right by his defender all the way to the bucket. Be tough getting back in the game if they allow a lot of those.
Back to an 11-point lead. It's 39-28. Tapley contested two from the baseline, no good. Rebound taken away by Winslow. He's going to look to push. Gives the ball up. Here's Austin, backs down his defender. Finds Brewer, turnaround shot in the lane. Parker just could not get the shot to go.
Great look. Just couldn't finish.
Hipsley fires the ball out top. It's Foster. Crosses up, takes a three, no good. Tapley, though, outworking everybody on the court. Comes up with the offensive board.
Nice hustle by Seth Tapley there.
Foster, heck of a turnover. Crossover, I should say. And, well, he couldn't get the hoop to go. Foster stepping out along the baseline.
Back to his left hand after he'd crossed over. He'd been better off coming over to the other side of the basket. He probably would have had a right-handed layup.
It's a tough take. Stone inbounds, finds Graham. He's going to look to push. Graham has the ball knocked away from behind. Jeremy Stone. Austin is going to be called for the player control foul. Standing in and taking it once again is going to be Seth Tapley.
Yep, nice play there. Not easy to do. He slid in there off the dribble. Wasn't even underneath the basket. That's a big play, though, because if it's a block there, that's 4 fouls for him.
I like Seth Tapley. You know, he's a kid. He's not the most talented out there. He's talented, but he's not the most talented, but he's smart.
He works hard, too. He works really, really hard.
Doesn't take many bad shots.
Undersized. Yeah, he doesn't take any bad shots. Very unselfish.
There's a turnover from Foster.
I'm not sure what he saw there. Real tough pass. A lot of hands.
Winslow. Ball fakes. Now gives the ball up. Stone. Works it over to Graham. Right side beyond the arc. Back to Stone. GHCA, Coach Day is trying to get them set up in their offense here. Wants everything to be reset. Winslow, right side, ball fakes. Tries to dump it off to Brewer. It's stolen away. Here's Foster. Turns on the Jets. Can't get it to go with the left hand. Rebound taken away by Winslow, who will look to push. And a timeout is going to be taken by Matt Day. With 4:55 remaining here in the third quarter, it's an 11-point game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA Indoor Turf Facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information.
The score here from the Hawks Nest, 39-28. GHCA has the 11-point lead. 4:55 remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be an Eagle basketball.
Yeah, the Eagles had a bunch of empty trips here. They've had a chance to push that lead up. Still 11 points. Hodgson's still right in the game.
Inside they go. Parker Brewer tried to use the power dribble. He lost it, then went diving to the floor, and he was out of bounds. So Hodgdon will get the ball back.
Yeah, they've made a concerted effort to get him the ball here in the second half. It has not paid off yet, but it will if they continue.
Maybe that extended halftime, the extra 5 minutes, had some ill effects on these two teams as they're both a little rusty coming out of the locker room. Josh Foster tries to change that as he buries a three.
Yeah, pushes it down to 8. Good looking jump shot there.
39-31, near turnover for the Eagles, but they're able to keep possession. Will Austin. Out around they go. Winslow inside, Brewer. Dump pass. Laying up and in. Good play as Brewer with the feed. It's Will Austin with the easy two.
Yep, good cut by Will Austin. Nice pass by Parker Brewer.
Parker Brewer drew 3 white jerseys. This shot's going to be put up. Foster's 3, no good.
Nice rebound there by Silas Graham.
Winslow. Works it over to Stone. Stone's take, no good. Hipsley with the board.
Yeah, tough shot there. Not a good one. A little bit out of control on that one.
Here's Tapley. Baseline jumper, no good. Long carom out. It's going to be Foster picking it up. Josh working against Austin. Going to start the offense on the left side with Hipsley. Oliver, tough shot, no good. In his face, rebound taken away by Brewer.
Good D by Stone there.
Pull-up jumper buried by Austin.
Yeah, good-looking shot there. One of his best-looking shots of the game.
He's had a couple of those, Rob. He's got that in-between game that we saw it the last few years from Nick Brewer and Nolan Porter, an awful lot in Holton, but it's kind of rare these days. It's either three or you go straight to the hoop. Josh Foster does right there. He drew a foul. Yeah, not too many kids with that in-between game, but Will Austin showing it off tonight.
Yep, absolutely. What a nice crossover dribble there by Josh Foster. Not many people, Tim, can change directions as quick as he can.
A great little crossover. Of course, he gets low. Foul picked up by number 40. That's Silas Graham. The Eagles have committed both of the fouls here so far in the second half. As Foster makes a free throw, that'll give us time for the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. With 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location that opened up just today in Bangor, you can visit countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. As we stated earlier in the first half, everyone healthy and a go in this ball game. Now, with a 43-32 lead, the Eagles with the basketball. It's going to be Austin looking to pull things out. Nearly stolen away by Jackman. Winslow's going to line one up, and he'll bury the three.
He did nothing but net there.
It's 46-32. Biggest lead of the game, 14 points here for the Eagles. Foster with the three, straight on. He's going to leave it short. Hipsley did the best he could to try to save it in.
Yeah, he's fading away on that one. That's a tough one. A couple feet behind the line. Someone closing out on him, fading away.
The 6th man from our crew, Larry Williams, giving the ball into Mr. Rodriguez. And now Steele.
Foster.
He's going to take it and lay it up and in. Gets it back down to 12 points. Winslow straight to the rack, a little contact. No whistle, and the offensive board brought down by Stone, and then a reaching foul is going to be committed on the Hawks.
Good hustle there by Jeremy Stone. Think about when you're pressing. Sometimes kids are beating kids up the court with a dribble. You got to fly after them.
Yeah.
You can't jog after them when they go by you and you're pressing. It's numbers on the other end if you do that. And a couple times tonight that's happened.
Here's Austin again, in between jumper, no good.
Nice play by Silas Graham. Just getting a hand on that, tipping it to Parker Brewers on the other block, and he's going to come away with 2 free throws.
That very smart play by the sophomore.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Silas Graham. Good athlete, he's made some shots. He doesn't care, it doesn't appear to seem to care if he scores the ball either.
Josh Foster picked up his 2nd personal foul as Brewer is going to miss the first free throw. There's a minute 49 remaining on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. It's been an entertaining ball game so far. GHCA has had the lead essentially from the get-go. It's up now to as much as 13. Hipsley put up a 3, and that's going to be long. Rebound brought down by Brewer. Parker pivots.
Again, a pretty difficult shot there.
Stolen away from behind. His tip. Foster looking to attack. Tried the Euro step, couldn't get by his defender. Good defense played. Tapley's put back, no good. Rebound taken away by Stone.
Good rebound there by Jeremy Stone in traffic.
Austin, a contested 3. The hand in his face, no good. Oliver then is going to take and throw it away, and now a foul is going to be called as Hipsley, coming in to defend, will end up committing the foul.
Yep. Hipsley trying to get a hand on that pass, ended up fouling. Walker Oliver kicking it ahead, but Will Austin does a nice job getting back and getting the steal.
Joel Carmichael will come in for the Eagles as TJ Fitzpatrick comes in for the Hawks.
Joel gave them great minutes in the first half.
Brewer and Tapley will go out for their respective teams. Stone had it knocked away from behind, and he took steps.
Yeah, trying to dribble through too many guys there. And again, I've said it a million times, but here's the other thing. If you're on offense and you go by somebody, they're probably coming from behind.
You've had to say that a lot recently, haven't you? It's happened a lot.
I said that a lot when I coached. You got to know, right? You got to know they're coming from behind. If they're worth anything.
Hipsley puts a shot up off the glass, no good. Little guy gets his own board, and a 3-second violation is going to be whistled. Fitzpatrick and Jackman both in the lane. Duttweiler coming back in here for GHCA, seeing his first minutes of the second half. And Isaac Jerson, the junior, will come in here for Hodgdon. 45 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Duttweiler says, nobody's going to pick me up. I'll just take it to the rack. He'll be fouled by Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. He got all the way to the cup, went by his guy in the backcourt. Let me get two. I almost got the hoop in the arm there.
So Drew stepped to the free throw line. Now 14 fouls against Hodgdon here in the second half. The clock stopped at 39.1 seconds. Duttweiler, his first free throw is up and rattles home.
I think he has, I think I mentioned this last time, I think he has a bright future. Pretty good skills for a freshman, you know, definitely a high basketball IQ. I watch him playing defense. He talks on defense, and I think he's going to be a pretty good player. I jinxed him, though. I made him miss the free throw, but he got his own rebound.
He did. Eagles have tied their largest lead of the game.
Yep, going to go one shot here. That's a good move, I think, by Coach Day.
It's 48-34. Duttweiler. There's going to be a blocking foul as Jerson just could not get out of the way. So that'll be on the floor.
Well, just 5, though, so they're going to get the ball back.
.3 seconds now left on the clock here in the third quarter. Duttweiler receives the pass. Eagles likely to hold for one. Stone guarded by Oliver. To Winslow, who goes behind the back, and then a reaching foul is going to be called for Josh Foster. That's going to be his third personal.
Yeah, that's one of those ones. Again, it's a giveaway foul. You know, when you make a run and get back in the game and get a legit foul, then you got 4. It's just a bad foul there. You know, you're 25 feet from the basket.
Well, and equally as important, you're down 14, and now your leading scorer has to go sit on the bench.
I would guess he'll come back in to start the quarter. I think it's good that he took him out there, but not a great foul.
Winslow left the three-pointer short. Hipsley, well, they're going to say it's a jump ball. So 2 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles have the arrow, so the ball's on their end of the court. Plenty of time to get a shot off.
Yep, got to be quick, though. You can't make many more than one pass.
Stone catches, got to look at the hoop. Not going to get a shot off, but the Eagles have a 14-point lead, tied for their largest of the game, heading into the fourth quarter. The score, 48-34, GHCA leading Hodgdon. Back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
We are back live here for the second quarter at the Hawks Nest. It's Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran. Hodgdon with the basketball. They trail GHCA by 14 here to start the final quarter. Rob, an update from up in Central Aroostook, as it's the Central Aroostook Panthers, the girls leading Southern Aroostook 41-39. Under 4 minutes remaining in that game. I can tell by the look on your face that.
Yeah, that's unexpected, but Central Aroostook's got a lot of talent too, and they're playing at home. Nice little pull-up jumper by Will Austin there.
16-point game now. Of course, I believe last time I looked, and that's been a little bit. Southern Aroostook looked like they had that number 1 seed wrapped up a while ago.
Yeah, absolutely. In some ways, a loss isn't a bad thing. Maybe it makes you refocus, but of course, I'm sure they'd like to run the table.
You were able to do that and had success. I believe the championship we were able to bring home, that we don't win that without a loss. Kind of had to reinvigorate us. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Wordsmith Moran, but
I remember that. I remember that loss. It was up at Madawaska, wasn't it?
It was.
In the rain?
It was. A timeout's going to be taken on the floor, a 30-second timeout with 6:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Back in 30 seconds.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Welcome back here on WHOU. We're in the fourth quarter, a 16-point lead for the GHCA Eagles. Hodgdon with the basketball, in need of not only some hoops, but some stops as well. Josh Foster, a handoff. Tapley, he's going to have a shot blocked, but catching part of the arm, I believe that's going to be Will Austin.
Yeah, if they're going to make a run, it's got to be now. Plenty of time for Hodgdon.
For Austin, that'll be his third personal. Just 3 team fouls on the Eagles here in the second half so far versus 6 for Hodgdon. Seth Tapley misses the first free throw. Tapley's second free throw up, and that is no good as well. Brewer with the board, long outlet. Duttweiler, it's a layup drill.
Yes, made a mistake there. Nobody got back on defense. Duttweiler made him pay. Nice outlet by Parker Brewer, too.
Long baseball pass results in a 52-34 lead, and now Joel Carmichael comes up with a steal.
Yeah, tried to split a double team there.
Here is Stone. Calls out the play. Austin gets by Tapley. All the way to the hoop, can't get it to go. Carmichael's putback, no good. Loose on the floor, Kaler picks it up.
Yeah, they had a couple great looks at it there.
Kaler spin move is going to be called for travel.
And one spin too many there.
Here's Will Austin looking to inbound. Finds Brewer, they'll reverse the ball. Duttweiler again. Could have had a layup, but realizes at this point the clock is their friend with 5.5 minutes left in the game and an 18-point lead. Good decision. Brewer's turnaround shot, no good. Carmichael still ends up in 2 points for GHCA. Rob, and they took a few extra seconds off the clock.
Yeah, Joel Carmichael with a nice weak side rebound.
It's up to a 20-point lead here for the Eagles. So they look to advance their record to 7-9. And a miss on this end by Josh Foster.
Good move. Couldn't knock it down.
Inside they go. Parker Brewer just bullies his way in.
Yeah, that's fish in a barrel there. You let him turn down to the baseline. You just turn around and laid it in.
He's coming back this way, yelling all day. And he's right. If you feed him the ball that deep, I don't think there's too many people out there that can defend him. He's too strong.
Well, you can't let him turn the way they let him turn right there. You got to make him turn the other way. It's a tougher shot.
Kaler has a pass deflected, picked up, and now foul is going to be committed. It's either Kaler or Foster. By Foster's reaction, looks like it's going to be on him. That'll be number 4. And it's going to be a one-on-one opportunity coming up here for Drew Duttweiler. Troy Hipsley is going to come back into the game here for the Hawks. We're going to see Caleb Nash check into the game for the first time. Kaler, as well as Tapley, will go to the bench. Duttweiler, a one-on-one opportunity coming up. His free throw is good.
Good looking free throw there. GHCA pretty firmly in control now. Big hill for Hodgdon to climb. Not insurmountable, but pretty close.
Yeah, I would say so. Duttweiler, second free throw up. And that is good as well. So it's 58-34. Here with it, Oliver gives the ball up. Folsom in underneath. Foster can't make the layup. He's by himself, perhaps a little bit too open.
Yeah, tough break there. GHCA made a defensive mistake somehow and left him open.
With his dribble, Stone up to Duttweiler, guarded by Hipsley. Now midway through this fourth quarter, as we're under 4 minutes left. Parker Brewer again by himself.
Nice pass by Jeremy Stone that time. Good dish.
An update from up in Mars Hill with 2 minutes left. Southern Urstic has a 1-point lead over the Central Urstic Panthers. It's on the girls' side. Two of the top teams is Hipsley. Makes the acrobatic shot.
Yep, nice take there by Troy Hipsley.
Of course, Southern Urstic in D and Central Urstic in C. Both two teams that we expect to see in the postseason. Is good move for Parker Brewer. This time from the left side, just a drop step, Rob.
Yep, nice move.
Some fans have decided they're going to beat the traffic as they've seen enough. This is a 26-point lead for GHCA. This second half has been all Eagles.
Yep, absolutely.
Carmichael. Stone. Stone. And he's going to drag his pivot foot and be whistled for traveling.
Tried to do a little too much on that one. Looks like Parker Brewer is going to get a sub.
Checking into the game here for the Eagles will be number 5. That's Brock Thompson, a sophomore. And number 34, and that's Ethan Grant, a senior. Ethan, I know, is a football player on the Shires team. Hipsley, another player on that football team. Gets the ball out. Folsom. Now Oliver by midcourt, guarded by Stone. It's in the lane, kicks it out. Shot's going to be put up and off the mark. As Caleb Nash could not get the shot to fall.
Good kick, not a bad shot. He was open.
Full court pressure here for Hodgdon. 62-36 is the score with 2:25 remaining. Shot's going to be put up and in as that was TJ Fitzpatrick.
A tough finish there by TJ. Gets him in the book.
Ethan Grant. Top Stone. Austin lines one up. Cannot get the three to fall. Rebound taken away by Hipsley.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you're shooting 24-point lead, jacking a three. I love that shot. I don't know what you think about it.
No, you're correct. The clock is your friend at that point.
Yeah, get a layup. Get a layup. You don't need, nothing wrong with a layup.
But they did leave him wide open, but still.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Time and score.
A blocking foul will be called against the Eagles. Well, and even in situations like this, it's not specific to this game, but you do it because if you're the Eagles, you hope you're going to be well-versed, well-practiced when you get into the postseason. There's a minute 46 and a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
Welcome back here to the Hawks Nest. It's a 26-point game. Now 24 points now. 62-38. Hodgdon trailing GHCA. The Hawks have the basketball. Oliver takes it, can't get the shot to go on the left side, and rebound going to be hauled in by Ethan Grant. Stone. Up to Dotweiler. Drew.
Take. That's a nice take.
Finishes at the rim. Oliver goes behind his back, then between his legs. Finds Hipsley. Folsom. Back. Oliver, a left-handed take, no good. Good offensive rebound, though, by Folsom. The Hawks with another chance. Down to 45 seconds. Shot's going to be put up. No good by Nash. Weak side rebound up and in as that's Folsom.
Nice athletic play by Colton Folsom there.
We're down to 30 seconds left. Grant in the corner. Tried to go inside and find his teammate, Brock Thompson, but the pass was picked off. Hipsley kicks it out to Nash. Strong take by Oliver, and he's going to be fouled.
Got a nice left hand there.
Rob Central Rustic just hit a big three with 27 seconds on the clock. It's a 1-point game up there to the Panther Palace.
Yeah, Southern still hanging on to 1-point lead. Plenty of time, though.
This free throw is going to be missed by Oliver. At the conclusion of this game, we will have the Pat's Pizza post-game show. Rob will find a guest here from the victorious GHCA Eagles and talk to them not only about this contest, but their prospects here for the postseason, as they've only got 2 games left. And this free throw for Oliver, we're down to 5 seconds. Stone, Austin, Dotweiler, and the horn will sound. The final score, 64-40. It's going to be the GHCA Eagles coming out with a 24-point win over Hodgdon. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 1 minute here on WHOU.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Main Equipment Company.
Welcome back here on WHOU as we are in the Pat's Pizza postgame show. Rob's made his way down the court as he's just waiting for his guest to come out here and join him. Will has made his way back into the locker room. And so, whenever you're ready, Rob, we'll get ready and take it down to you folks courtside.
Thanks, Tim, over here with Will Austin. Will, pretty close in the first half. What Coach say to you at halftime? Because second half, you guys kind of came out and dominated.
He just said to push the ball, that nobody could keep up with us, and lock down their 2 main players, which is Oliver and Foster. So
it looked like you guys really made a concerted effort to get the ball inside to Parker Brewer, too, because they really didn't have an answer for him.
No, last game, it really wasn't his night, but tonight he was feeling it, so we decided to give him the ball tonight. So
that's a good decision. So you got a couple games left. I think you got Wisdom and Fort, and if you win, you can maybe skip a playoff. What's it going to take to get 2 W's?
Just hard work and keep putting on wins, I guess.
Listen, great job. Appreciate you being our Pat's Pizza post-game guest, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Tim, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob, and congratulations to Will and his teammates as once again they do pick up the 64-40 win. We'll take one last short break, just a 30-second break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up and talk about what we have coming up on the schedule here on WHOU. Back in 30 seconds.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Once again, welcome back here on WHOU. As we are in the Pat's Pizza postgame show, the final score here from the Hawks' Nest was GHCA pulling out a 64-40 win over the Hodgdon Hawks. As a big win for GHCA as they came into this as the 9th seed, and only 9 seeds get in Class D. And Rob, we talked about it before the game, saying this was a really important game for the Eagles, and when they needed it, they came to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice win. Good second half. They really clamped down defensively, held Hodgdon to just real quickly. It wasn't a whole lot over 10 points in the second half. It might have been 15, but 6 points in the third quarter, and that's really where they got the separation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really just kind of. Second half, it was all GHCA, no question about it. And
right.
So they're going to turn around. They're going to be right back here and play on Saturday against Wisdom. And now what is a really big game is Wisdom was right on their heels. And, I don't know, with Hodgdon only having 3 wins on the season, they couldn't afford to lose this game, but at the same time, if they lose to Wisdom, that still might determine their season.
It could push them back, push them past. So,
and if nothing else, it'll put a lot of pressure on for that Fort Fairfield game.
Yeah, they really need to try to find a way to get a W. And playing well. They got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of athletic kids, and there's no limit to what they can do if they can put a game together.
Well, why don't you go ahead and wrap up the scoring here from this one?
Sure. Let's start with Hodgdon. They were led by Josh Foster at 16 points. Troy Hipsley had 7. Walker Oliver with 6. Colton Folsom with 5. Seth Tapley with 4. And TJ Fitz with 2. For their total of 40. GHCA was led by Parker Burry at 19 points. Austin Winslow had 12 points. Will Austin had 11. Drew Duttweiler had 7. Joel Carmichael had 7. And Silas Graham had 6 for their total of 64. And I really thought Silas Graham hit some big shots for them. They were losing early, and he hit a couple threes. Very, very good game for the sophomore, and another solid game for GHCA.
Yeah, no question about it. And so it was a 64-40 win for GHCA. And for them, again, they'll turn around and play Saturday against Wisdom. For Hodgdon, their next game is going to be on Thursday when they are at Southern Aroostook. That game is a 7 p.m. game. For us, we're going to be done here on WHOU for the rest of the week, at least until Saturday for you and I personally, I should say. The station carrying all sorts of games. Tomorrow night is an off night. Wednesday, though, we're going to have the Central Aroostook and Fort Kent boys. That game starts at 7 p.m. Thursday, it's going to be PVHS and Mattanock boys. And then all kinds of action coming up on both Friday and Saturday. I think for us, one of those rare 3-game weeks, which is slow for us, but it won't be long, as right now we're pushing between you and I, for us, I think about 35 games already. And, we're going to be ready for some 5- and 6-game days here coming up pretty soon.
Yes. It's been a lot of fun. We've seen some good basketball, and, of course, we're always looking forward to tournament week. We hope to see some good basketball down there and not be ready to kill each other by the end of the week. That's not usually a problem with you and I.
No, it's we enjoy that week as much as anything, and it's always fun, and it usually flies by really quickly.
Going to be well represented by the county. I've spent a lot of time. I usually wait till this time of year to look at the heels, and I've spent a lot of time looking at the heels, and some teams are going to get bumped in prelims. Of course, there's always upsets and things like that, but there's going to be a lot of county teams down there for sure this year.
Absolutely. Well, look, that's going to do it for us here tonight here on WHOU. We want to thank you for tuning in, as it was Hodgdon, or GHCA rather, picking up a victory over the Hodgdon Hawks. Final score 64-40. On behalf of our entire crew, Zach Weeks back at the station running the production, Chris Putnam at the tail end of a 16-hour day here, Daniel Ross on the camera, Rob Moran on color. I am Tim Tweedy. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you tune in to WHOU all week long as we'll have all the coverage. Good night, everyone.